Okay, I think the wait is over. Already we are crossed 10 minutes, right? So let me start. Uh, and eventually you can take care of the absentees list over here. No, because I could see in the group around 48 members, but here the presence of the participants is very minimal. It's only off of the percentage. So you can, take care of this, all the stuff. Okay.
Good morning to
Okay, ma'am.
everybody. Have a nice day.
Hey, hi Meenakshi. Yes. Good morning. Have a nice day, you too. Yep. Let me start the session where we left now last session. Okay. The last session we discussed something very basics and we asked you to set the environment which is will be your Google Colab to start our sessions, right? So coming back to Python usage. Right. We just discussed a little on where are the scope and what are the technology that uses so far. So, anyone from here, no, will you please tell where and all you seen Python is being used nowadays? Even in the screen, what you are seeing itself, I have write something for your clue. Other than that, Raj Kamal, Dinesh, and Eva Stream. So no name I know so far. So anyone. Okay. Let me take it as no, and there is no answer from. At least, guys, give a try. Okay, even it's a correct or wrong. Nobody is going to comment or hear anything here. What are the things that coming in your mind? Even the answer is correct or not, you can just put your vision or view, right? In that way, you can improve more yourself. So if you see here the web development, all the web application what you are using in anything that you are launching via your website or browser, it's something they have hosted in all over usage. Everyone can access the application if they have the respective URL or the link, what you call it as a link with you, right? That's the web development. So web development itself, if they are using Python, you should know mainly how they are achieving the things. There are a lot of framework that built that is given to for our use. It's more precisely in the compact way they have come up with some framework where your job will be very, very, very minimal. Okay. So you don't need to write the code from initial from page, what you need to configure, how it should display, what kind of animation pages I want to see, like that. Everything will be there. It's a kind of uh, small work you need to do. So Django is the one of the main framework in the current market people are using, and Flask. Okay, Django, you guys are using the Instagram account. I don't have use, but maybe you guys are having the Instagram and Facebook or all of the stuff, right? Instagram guys are using Python as the main part for most of their module. They are using the Django framework and they are doing a lot of thing with the Django. And it's one more popular framework is also here. It's Flask. Again, even you can do achieve all the things what you are doing in the Django, but very, very complex application if you are going to play with, you can go with the Django, but your application is very small. I don't have more pages to display or something. You can go with Flask. Okay, whenever time permits, go and do some basic research on these two things. Just go and there are a lot of free material available for these two, and just download the framework and try to create an application from your end, because everything is configurable, you can able to understand it. And coming back to next one is for gaming program. Okay, and there is a myth, uh, how we are using Python in gaming program, because Python is very very slow comparatively to other languages. Okay, that is the truth. Python, comparatively to comparing to Java, C, C++, Python is very slow executing the code. But even though we are using the small, if it is a gaming application is very small. I don't want to, if you guys are playing the PUBG, right? In the PUBG, once you are entering into any game, you and your opposite persons and your group members, there will be a lot of users need to play at a single time, and what are the object you are seeing, the same thing should reflected to your participant as well, right? Your players, opposite players as well. So it need a lot of multi-threading concept, and the code should be very faster. So this kind of gaming, they will not prefer to go with Python. But that there are many small application like what is called uh, Ludo. Take some of the small applications, there is no any more animation, just drag and drop and numbering, sorry, sudoku, that kind of small game. If you want to develop is, you can go with this programming, Python. Okay. Anyone tell me what is desktop GUI? Even it's very simple. That's the reason I'm putting the question here. What is GUI, guys?
Ma-
Dear, sorry. Yes.
Graphical user interface.
Uh, yes. What's all about? Okay. Okay. So if the user interacting with the system, there will be if you are doing some input and it is giving some output, and you are this kind of application called GUIs. Why it's called desktop? It's not launched into any web. Okay, website not be. It will be downloaded and it will be installed in your system, in your computer or PC, what are the things you are using. So that's the reason this is called desktop. GUIs, you can make some interaction with your application. Okay, there behind the logic there will be server and client, request and response will be sent, and you will be getting back. These are the things that is connected through via net, or if it is an offline application, you don't require any kind of internet connectivity. Correct? If you take the WhatsApp, even you can install in your desktop, but without the internet connection, you can't do anything, because it needed server and client interaction. Something somewhere it need to go and fetch your data restored globally, and it need to display. Take other some other application, which definitely not needed anything to interact with, and you can uh, take your calculator. Okay, if GUI application, if you are entering something, it is going to give you the output. Okay, there are many applications that in offline itself it will work, and it being installed in your desktop as well. So this kind of application you can segregate into desktop UI. There also now people are started using developing their application with Python. Okay, and coming back to these two, this is the main and predominant thing that Python is having a overscope, and why it's being hot in the market. Uh, Anyone from networking background here, network engineer or communication engineer or somebody? Okay. Let me take it as no. Network programming. Any idea, even though you are not from the background, any idea what is network programming?
I think it's used in cloud computing like that.
No, but it's a try, good try. Yeah. Anyone? Yeah. So, you are using your mobile and you are calling to your friend, right? Once you are clicking on this call button, somehow your friend is picking the call and he is answering to you. Once you are disconnecting or you want to add someone else into the call, once you are, if you are using the operator for Airtel, once you are clicking on enter, the button of the call button. It need to talk your station and the substation and your friend station and substation. It's need to connect it. This all is happening within the fraction of the second, right? If your friend is available and you speak the call, as everything is happening in the fraction of second. And now you could see some caller tune and other stuff and busy tone. Even though the network, the connection is, can be happened in the MATLAB or some other languages. But how this modified version that is given to you, so your user is picking the call or not picking the call, how it's communicating to our subsystem and sending the messages and response. For this, we are using Python, and it plays a main role because and sometimes you could see some crosstalk also. Something collapse in the programming, something is not, some maybe some server down or something is happening. Sometimes the call itself not connected, but sometimes you could hear the crosstalk as well. So in the background also they are using Python. Okay. And coming to scientific programming, what is all about any idea scientific programming?
It's used in scientific research as like web applications.
Okay.
I think so. I didn't know exactly.
Okay. Good that you tried. Yes. Whenever we are calling it scientific, in the calculator we have two calculator, right? Normal calculator and scientific calculator. The scientific calculator, you could see something related to trigonometry cos, yeah, sin theta, how you are calculating. And if you are more from engineering background, you could know all right. So scientific here is a complex calculation. Okay. And guys, you won't believe NASA is using Python for their coding purpose. And even though they are using Python, they have their separated or specific module for them. You cannot able to get it. For normal Python, they have their modified version of Python. Even the recent news I heard about there is a black hole, they have taken the picture of it and they have sent it. It's all done using Python. Okay, even you can go to the YouTube and you can how the NASA people are using Python. You can, if you are you know just there will be lot many videos that NASA people will talk about Python, how they are achieve these things from the programming perspective, how they build up this. Okay. So majorly you, if you are see where and all it is used, majorly it is used in almost all kind of platforms, right? So this is where the Python is now booming and everything is being moved into Python. Any questions? I just making a pass here. Any questions or any doubt? No?
Network programming is what is going on inside the, when we give some command, what is going inside the Python, it means.
Command, no. If you're calling to a person side, what is happening in the network side? It cannot simply talk to one station to another station. It cannot, bring make the communication. For that, we are using Python. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. I think there is no more question. So, whenever you talk about any programming language, you would have heard that interpreted language and compiler language. Any idea what is the interpreted language? What is compiler language? One, three, four. Okay. So, if you have, 10 lines of code, I don't have my pen with me, so just, tolerate about the writing, how I'm doing, okay? So, if you have, for example, if you have 5 lines of code, okay? If it is an interpreter language, it will execute line by line. Okay, 1, 2, 3. In the fourth line, if you have any error or your code is not working in the fourth line, it does have the error. Your execution will end here. It will not go further. Okay, if you have a number of line code where it is encountering the error or issue, if it is a warning, yes, it will proceed. But if it is an error, it will end here and it will not execute. It will not go any other block of your code. If it is a compiler language, it will compile all your 10 or here's a 5 lines of code, and where it is exactly encountering your error or warning or something, the bunch of error will be thrown here, in your console or output window. Okay, so Python is it's a interpreter language. Okay, it will execute all the time in line by line. Even in any single line, it is finding and encountering any issue, it will stop your execution and it will throw the error directly to you. Okay, and when you take the Java is again, it's a beautiful language which will have both interpreter and compiler language, and used based on your error handling and exception system. There's a separate module how you can handle your error handling. That part we will cover in future session. So it's a basic idea, right? What is interpreter and compile language? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me go to the next slide. So I hope you guys have already know a little bit about Python. Just tell me in this print statement, which are the statement will work and which will give
Third
a-
one, ma'am.
third one. Okay.
Fourth
And
one.
third. Okay. Fourth. Then.
And then last one also.
Okay. Great. Anyone? May I know the name who's talked just before? It's Raj Kamal or Dinesh?
I am Rajkumar, ma'am.
Okay.
Rajkumar.
Sorry, Rajkumar. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone want to try? Then Rajkumar.
Third and fourth will print the output, madam.
Okay. Okay. Technically, all 5 statement will work. Okay. It's just matter which environment or which version you are using the Python. Okay. These two will work till Python 2 version, and these 3 will work Python 3 version. So technically it will work for it, all 5 statement will work. Okay. Even the Python guys are upgraded into 3 to 4. There will be some modification they will bring. If you see here, it's a statement. Okay. What are things you can give only the string. But then they have, if you see this curly braces, what it's mean, they have improvised version of this print statement. It is they are making this as a function which will take, and even if you want add any variable here, just plus you can call a variable, and we can do a lot of string operation in Python 3 with this print statement. You may think it's just a simple print statement, what kind of enhancement they are doing in each version. But if you go and see the release notes in the Python org center, they will keep the release notes. So you can get what kind of modification they are making even to this smaller function that happening behind the screen. Okay, so let us go directly to some coding part. Yes, so I hope everyone have this collab connection. Just curious to know. Yes, everyone installed all having the facility to install it and connected, right? Yeah, if you guys done it, yes, just go ahead and just make this print statement. Then you could know the connectivity is proper, and if it is yielding the output, you could see it's working properly. Okay, so this function and statement, we have a separate module we will cover over there. So first topic, we can go the operators. Okay, what are the operators we have normally? And you may know arithmetic or mathematical operators and a logical operator. Then the comparison operator, right? So in Python, as I said, it's very simple. In even the Python directly, even this notebook, you can use it as your calculator. People who all are not talk, please go on mute. Yep. I don't know who is she, but it's always good if you are not talking, go on mute, and whenever you are talking, unmute yourself and you can talk, just to not interrupt the session. Yes. If you are want to add 2 numbers in any other language, you need to initiate the variable and you need to give the data type, what the data type is, and you need to add it, and finally you will get the output. Maybe you need to write at least minimum of 3 to 4 line of code to achieve it. But in Python, it is very simple. Even if I give 1 plus 2, it's directly going to give me the output. I no need to install, give or notify the Python which data type it is. It is an integer or float or what it is. I don't want to do even if I'm adding it int and to. What happening whenever you are entering something in your console window or you are passing through your interpreter, it will Python will understand automatically what kind of data type it is. So that level simplified version they are providing for our program, which will make you know lines of code will be very 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 minimal if you are using Python, right? Since you can lively see right how simplified version they have given for us. So uh, these are the small operator, right? Plus operator, mathematical operator. Whenever we are talking mathematical operator, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus, taking the modulus and explain the thing, right? What is different between these two? This is also division. It's also division. Why we have two function? Because anyone seen this before? Used this before in your coding?
Yes, ma'am. I think it's a quotient or a remainder.
Quotient. I think this will return your quotient. Mind.
Okay.
Modulus. This modulus will do that.
Then that's a remainder, I think.
It's a good try. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. See, the thing is, in Python 2 and Python 2, it will return only the integer division value. It will not give the what is. Let me put some 7. Okay, where we will get some float value, right? Float value. If I want to get only the integer division, this is we will call it as a float division or integer division. Okay. I don't want to take this all the float number, that blah blah number over here. I want to rounding off. The concept we will call it as rounding off. If I want it to get only the integer, what we are getting when I divide two numbers, float division will happen here. Okay, so this is something you have called as what is the remainder. It is going to give us 0. Okay, so with this both is going to give the question, but this will handle the float value. For example, if I take this output, okay, or this output I'm passing into some other thing, it will take the data type as float. Okay, because it's a, but I don't want to know, I never know if I pass here anything with, let's say 6, it's not going to return any, float value after that 0, it's, finally it's going to consider it's nothing. It's based again on my input, what I'm going to pass. So what are the input I'm going to, whether it's odd or even anything, if it is it is going to give any output, take only the integer kind, like, rounding off, something related to rounding off. Take that means you can directly put any, or else what you need to do before Python 2, you have to get this one and you need to change this into float. To float function you need to use and you need to use in your entire programming. Okay, that's a different. Coming back to logical operator, these are the arithmetic operator, and you can go and explore more. And there's nothing to explore. It's a small operation, but still you need to know this small minor differences. What this function will do. Okay, and there is one more function. If you ask a 2 star, 1 star, it is meaning the multiplication and 2 star, that is the power of the exponent operator you will get, right? That you can, use it off. And as I said, this double slash is for integer division or float division, only the integer quotient, right? Let us move to next operator, that is your logical operator. And or this we will call it as a logical operator, right? In your colleges or school days in the computer language, you might have heard about this word logical operator. So I'm giving any condition based on the condition is true or false, then it is making some decision logically, right? For all the things, what if you are in developing any game or anything, it is need a decision making is more important, right? So concrete division, a concrete decision, whenever you want to play with, you will go this logical operator. Okay, logical operator, whenever you are using, the output is always going to a boolean. Boolean here, true or false. Okay, so if I use and or, if see the statement, there is and, it's or and. If I use the same thing in one line, which will execute first? Any idea?
I think and
Okay.
if we get true or false mean anyone else, and true mean both are true, it's a true. Otherwise, it's false.
Correct. So and will always take the first priority. Even if you are having lot and lot or anything, and will always take the first priority. For this, false and true. What the output? False and true.
False.
Yes, it's false. Then true or false? It will
It's a
yield a
true.
false. Yes. So the output should be true. Right? So even you can put it like one and list we have not yet covered. So even when we are covered, here I am passing an empty list, and I am passing a list with some number. It is it's a OR condition, but it's seeing which one it's OR means it is going to return a true. So it is returning this number. Even you can do logical operator with the string. Okay. So if here I'm passing end. Oh, sorry. Here I'm passing empty string. What is the output? Any guessing?
False.
It's going to return the empty string. Yeah. Whenever you are passing false is the right answer, is correct. But here, if you are passing the string, if I pass something with empty, it's always considered as a false. If I pass something with some string, it is going to consider as a true. Okay. Now, if I make some R, okay, if I put some R operator over here,
It's
it should
true.
return, yeah, it's going to return GHF, correct? So you can play, just take a hands-on and build some complicated logic. Then only, whenever you are going to write a program inside any organization, it will be an easier way. Or if you are going for an interview, want to crack the interview. So knowing the concept will always easy. Studying it, or will it be true or it's a false and this thing. No, go and look for some site, or you can try this kind of thing. You can put some more or and condition and just solve it. What will be if I have multiple or and condition in a single statement? solve it by yourself, then only you will come to understand how Python is, in backend, how it's processing and it is handling the output. Okay. If I give here T or 4, what will be the output?
True.
No. What in the output window it will print? Because 3 is also true, 4 is also
Or is
true.
also.
Yes. What it will print?
4.
Any other?
Two values
Either
are
answer.
correct. Or
Yeah, either it's going to print 3 or 4 on value only. Which it will print?
Should be 3 as it is the minimal number.
3 is the right answer, but it's not because of it is a minimal number. Okay, even if I place 10 here, okay, it will print a 10. Okay, why?
first given value is the
Or operator logic, you guys know, right? Or operator, any one is true, it is going to return true. Okay, it's a no. Even here now, if I'm going to give a 0, then it is going to return 4. You can think 0 is also a number, why it's written 0 means it's nothing. Okay, in the logical operator way. So if I give and here, okay, then and what's going to return? Just returning 4. Okay, so our operator knows that any one is true, I need to going to return a true. Okay, this is how you need to logically think. Now the Python is, reading the first number and the operator. First itself true. Why I need only it got only two output, two input, 1 and 4. It is checking for first input 1. And the operator is OR operator. Anyway, my condition 1 is passing, so I am just returning as a 1. If I am passing as AND operator, what should do? Its operator is AND. We are going to pass 2 input to Python. Now it's going to see first input is 1. Okay, it's true. And it should know what is second input. After that only it can, make its decision. Otherwise it will not. Then it will look for the 4. Then it's going to return 4. Okay. So this, if you are, reading theoretically anytime or for not only for Python, if you want to achieve anything in any other subdomain or substream, reading it theoretically will give you only 50%. Go and explore more how it is working. Go with the list and there may be dictionary or in officially we have not covered all this topic, but you might know if you are a student and if you are doing your professional work or even in the website there are not multiple things are available, right? Go ahead and play with a lot of data and get uh, depth knowledge on this. Okay, so this is all about logical operator. Any doubt here?
Clear, ma'am.
Right. Then coming to comparison operator. Okay, this is also very here there is no nothing to talk much more. Conditional operator is equal to you are just checking both are same or not. It's greater than or not, less than or not, and greater than or equal to. These are the 6 thing you can verify with the comparison operator. There is no much comparison. And when you are talking with number, and even you can do the same for string also. Just explore. Okay. Now, if you see here, it is 1, it's not equal to 2. last statement. I have written multiple things, but it's written only one true for me because, as I said, it's an interpreter language. It will go line by line. The last line it will execute in the console last line, right? So it is going to give a output for only last line. If I want to know all the result, what it's 1 to 1 is pass or fail or something, either you can write it in a single line and execute it, or just put some print statement. This is the main usage you are innovating. What is the print statement? Now it is going to print two for one for this output. 1 is equal to 1. Yes, it is correct. So it is printing true. And it will execute this line, this line, this line all together. And which is the last line it is present, it will execute 1 is not equal to 1. If I just want to give this condition to see, it is returning the false. The last line of the code will execute and it will give the output. So you need to be very conscious like how you are printing your output as well. If you are writing the code block only with your logic, if you are writing a function or methods, class, anything you call it as, you need to know where and all you need to see your output. Even though it is executed all lines of code, you are not seeing it because I have not printed it in such a way. If you want to see it, you need to write a print statement for each line. Otherwise, your last line of the code will be executed and it will be printed. Execution of code will happen for all the line, but printing the output in the console will be only for the last line. Okay. I'm making some pass here. Any doubt?
No doubt, ma'am.
Clear now.
Okay, great. So we covered this all thing and coming, let us see something with conditional statement and we can wind up today's session. Okay. So if and else, for and while, these are the conditional statement, right? What is major different between if else and for while?
If mean the condition true, it's run one time only. We using
Okay.
for loop mean it's repeatedly up to the range of we given.
Okay.
I think
Any
that's it.
other? Okay. Good try.
Ma'am,
Yes.
if else statement is used to run the both the true part and the false part of the code.
Okay.
For loop runs until the range. While loop also it be if we given a specific condition, the condition is true, the loop will run. Else the condition is false, the loop will stop.
Yes. Anyone? Good try. Any other answer?
As it is a conditional statement, if the condition satisfies, it gives the output. If the condition is not satisfied, then the else output is given.
Okay. Okay. So if else and for while both will work based on the condition. Okay, here if you give it as a range, it's also a condition, right? run the loop only for 10 times. And it's a condition. If it's not going more than 10 times, if you want to run only 5 times, you are giving a condition. It is, here also you are making some decision based on that only it's going to run. And in if else also it's the same case. If this condition is passed, then execute it. Fails, do this, right? So the only one difference here is this, it's a selection of flow or no narrow way it will work. It will not work in the repeated way, right? So what we are calling is a selective or narrow way here, right? What are the things we are writing here? First of all, if one is a valid condition, if one is there, print hello, else end.
It's hello, ma'am, because one is true.
Yes. So either you can put 1 or 0. Here, not if you are not giving anything inside this, right, as a string, interpreters will always take 0 as 1 is, true and false. If I give 0, now it is printing else. Else what's the code is there in the else block, right? So it will check the first condition. If I have n number of condition here, it will check one by one by one by one, then it will end up here. So we are calling this as a narrow or selective statement. Even here, the advantage is you can include more and more condition you want. In the loop, it is not the case. Inside the loop, you can trigger one loop. Okay. Or in selective statement, the particular condition is written 0 or 1. Just do the, now we are writing only print statement. In real time example, the real time when you are developing a application or code for any organization, there will be some logic you need to write. If this is true, do all this operation. If this is true, do all this operation. But now you might have heard of such cases, right? Such case is not there in the concept for Python. Here we have, something else. Okay. Else if here you need to call it as a elif. Okay. In other language, else and if else you might have used, but in Python you need to put elif. But in the later, before version, older version, it used to accept both if else if also, but in Python 3, guys have modified it to elif. Elif you need to put and you need to use. Just tell me what will be the output if I put here 1, here also 1. What will
Hello.
be the output?
Hello is the output.
Hello is the output.
Any other type?
Hello is the output.
Yes,
First condition it will check. If it is not okay, only it will go to the second condition, elif.
correct. So, the line of this is where you need to understand is the interpreter language. Okay, the topic we covered, what kind of language it is, and conditional statement and arithmetic operator, and all together we have seen as a demo, right? I think we have only 2 minutes left, where we can complete the for while. We'll have a separate session, maybe next session. Any questions or doubt or any concern? Anyone? Any questions so far?
It's clear,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. At least ping me in the chat if I have any questions. And as I said the last session, I don't want to be this session for one-way communication. It should be more interactive, more than writing something in the coding or saying in the VPT. How much we are interacting, that will always help you and me, both of them, to improve our own skills. Right? Yeah. So let me consider there is no question, and if there are any concern, how we are going too fast, or we need to change the speed, or any inputs.
The speed is fine, madam.
Okay, great.
Yes, ma'am. It's enough to us.
Okay, thanks for the inputs. Let us meet next session, maybe next Sunday. I'm not sure you guys will take off because of the Pongal festival is coming right on Monday. So Dinesh or Yuvasti, do let me know we have the session or not. Based on that, we can connect. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining the session. Have a wonderful Sunday ahead. Just enjoy the holiday.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Have a nice Sunday,
Thank
all
you.
of you.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
ma'am.
much.
Thank you.